Saturday night was the fight.
Yes, sir.
Saturday night was the fight. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach Jr. I owe that man an apology.
We do.
I mean, I ain't speaking for y'all. I don't know what anybody else said. I came in here with my bold ass and was like, I would like for Tank to fight somebody that I know because I'm a casual fan.
That was what you said, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I owe that man an apology. He certainly gained my respect. Really great fight. The best fight I've ever seen against Tank. I think he won.
I do too.
I think he won.
They didn't count, if they counted the knockdown.
You got to count it.
You can't count it.
Why not?
It's not the rules.
What's the rules?
The rule is if you take a knee as a result of some other circumstance outside of being punched or hit that forced you to take a knee, it doesn't count as a knockdown. Like an equipment malfunction or something like that, it don't count as a knockdown.
But he got punched.
He didn't. So when they showed the super slow-mo. The two punches that he threw missed him.
Right before that, he got hit.
But the two, no. So he looked at the referee. He looked at the referee and took a knee. He didn't, like, it wasn't a punch that forced him to take the knee. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they showed it in super slow-mo.
That's open for interpretation is what
I'm saying. That's true. But
yeah. And there's a lot of AI-generated videos with that because they're saying that at one point he turned his head and the punch missed, but I didn't.
He got hit.
He got hit, bro. They showed the super slow-mo.
And then those two, I seen him.
You're talking about two different punches, yeah.
I'm talking about the hit before those two check jabs.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then he looked at the ref for a while, and then he took the knee.
And that's what makes the rule interesting because based on the rule, the fact that you didn't get hit with them two jabs means you can take the knee because the jabs didn't cause you to take the knee. But your point is well taken, which is you can still be dizzy from the punch.
It was 30 seconds. It was four punches thrown. It was 4 punches thrown. He threw a hard hook that missed. Then he hit him with another like semi hook. Then he threw two jabs that missed. So it's a possibility, like when Tank hit Ryan with the that liver shot. Yeah. He punched him. My man took about 3 steps back and then was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's open to interpretation, like Mark said. My thing is, I don't think he lost.
I'm not hanging my hat on that knee either, by the way. Oh, I think he just lost.
Nah, they gave. I think it was a draw. Because they gave 2 of the judges gave Roach the 12th round. And that 12th round wasn't really Roach's, in my opinion. So I think.
See, I read Tank the opposite. I read that Tank got 2 of the judges gave Tank the 12th, and if he didn't get those two judges in 12th, he loses.
See, I read it, but they said that they gave Roach the 12th.
So we'll check it.
Yeah,
we'll check it.
But
Tank won the last round.
Yeah. To me, and 2 of the judges gave Roach the last round. Those 2 judges would have gave Tank the last round.
I'm fact check that. We can check. Fact check that.
What we watching in real time is how the audience is. I don't want to say they're getting tired of Tank, but they I want to say tired because. Tank,
no, tired is right. I took a nap during them first 5 rounds.
No, they
I was dozing in and out.
They were booing. They don't boo Tank. They were booing Tank. They started to boo Tank based off his excuse about the grease in his eye, and they were booing him.
He looked different than we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Regardless of what you think of the outcome,
you think he was losing the step, or you think it was just a bad night?
I mean, I think that everybody. I'm talking about 2 separate things. I'm not taking nothing away from Roach. Mm-hmm. I'm saying the Tank that I saw on display that night was not like the Tank I've seen in previous fights. That's what I'm saying. That could be from a bad night. He looked frustrated in areas that I'm not used to seeing him frustrated in. I've seen a million clips that say he was beefing with Coach Cal in the corner. So there could have been a few things going on. I just know that I'm not used to seeing him like that.
Word. I was just saying, I got the official scorecard up, and 2 of the judges did give Roach the 10th round. I mean, excuse me, 12th round.
Yeah.
See?
I don't think Roach.
He didn't win. He didn't win the 12th round. So that's the thing. Like they saying that they would have gave. And those are the 2 judges that had the even score. Had the even fight. So if those 2 judges give Tank the 12th round, it's a unanimous decision. Yeah. I think what I told Corey, we had an argument off camera. I think Tank gets hit a lot. Every fight he fights, he gets hit a lot. What happens is he finds a way in the 7th or 8th round to hit somebody with some clean, hard that puts him down. And a lot of those fights, he be losing on the scorecard. Yeah. He just be knocking out. Mm-hmm. So in this particular fight, he couldn't knock Roach out. Roach went the distance, and it was a pretty even fight. I think Tank might have got the edge in my opinion, but it was a real clear fight. He gets hit a lot.
Tank was doing pretty good.
If he didn't lose it, he didn't win it.
Yeah, I think a draw is fine. I think a draw is fine.
He didn't win it.
I'm not mad at the draw. I'm not mad at the draw.
Me either. Because
I'm not mad at that.
Can we acknowledge how we thought that this would be a bum fight? Not on Tank's behalf, but just like we didn't know who the guy was, and we were off our seats. We were on the edge. Like Lux was at my house, and I was sitting there like we were like this. Oh,
I thought it was a good fight.
It was a real good fight.
I thought it was real
good fight. Shout out to the guys. I'm sorry, Ish.
One of the things I like with Tank, because we criticize people like Shakur. We criticize people when they want to box, right? When they strategically box. Tank kind of gives us what the fans want, which is a brawl. So then was dissing him when he was brawling with a brawler and he wasn't dominating him. Which one do we want? We want a boxing match or you want a brawling match? You get what I'm saying? And I think that he typically brawls. He gets hit a lot. He just hits harder. He just hits harder.
They was taking some hits.
Yeah.
From round 6, 7 on, that was
a
match.
slugfest.
Yeah. That was an absolute
great match.
Great fight. I got a problem with how late them fights be starting.
Me too.
Started real late.
I don't stay. I can't stay for the
fight started at 11:45.
Yeah, I be bad.
Why do they do that?
Over after 1.
Is that a business?
Usually the
No,
fights
that was in the East. It was in.
No, I know, but usually the fights are on the West Coast, so it starts like around 8, 9 o'clock.
You
over
niggas in
Vegas.
Brooklyn, get this cracking.
Right.
We in Brooklyn. So
At 6.
Yeah.
The undercard going at 6 so we can see this fight before bedtime.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a good point.
again, all the respect in the world to Lamont Roach. But again, them saying Lamont Roach won would have bigger implications than just on boxing.
How so?
Because Tank is the biggest draw right now, right?
Indeed, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody near
in any weight class,
sight.
nowhere, nowhere near it.
And I think he's the, what is it? What did I read this morning? Not he's the last American fighter, but he's the dominant American fighter. Like a lot of the other fighters have signed deals where they're in Abu Dhabi or over here or wherever. I'm not fact checking right now, but I read something that says Shakur and a bunch of other with just non-American places. So if you're taking it from the biggest draw in America, then nah. No.
Right, y'all. So first of all, I want to thank y'all so much for tapping into my channel. I appreciate y'all so much. And to keep on the show, y'all, that was Joe Budden from the Joe Budden Podcast. He was speaking about Tank Davis, because Tank Davis, if you ask me, he lost his fight versus Roach. Technically it was a draw, but he took a knee, and I think that he should have been disqualified for taking a knee. That whole fight, he was basically getting toyed with, and Roach did a great job. And the reason why Roach was able to do a great job is because they actually know each other. It's because they're teenage rivals. Back in the day when they were teenagers, they would fight, and so they've been basically fighting for a long time since they were kids and teenagers. So Roach definitely had Tank's number, if you know what I mean. Now I'm talking about he knew exactly what Tank was going to do before he even did it. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.